Getting sick on a cruise has the potential to absolutely ruin your vacation. In this video, I'm going to share with you the 8 things that you can do to stay healthy on a cruise and the 5 things that you want to absolutely avoid to not get sick. Hi there, I'm Ilana from the website lifewellcruise.com. Welcome back to my channel. Now these days we're always thinking about staying healthier, especially when we are on a cruise vacation. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the things that you can do to stay healthier on a cruise, to feel better, to have really a better vacation, as well as those things that you absolutely do want to avoid. Now before I get started, I did want to mention that if you like this video, if you find it helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, then please do give the video a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's get started. Number 1. Now I know this one is really obvious, and I promise you I do have more tips that are not as obvious, but it does need to be said. So it is to wash your hands, and of course to sanitize your hands when you're not able to wash your hands. So on the cruise ship, of course, wash your hands before you go to eat or before you drink, or even regularly during the day. I think that this is really more important than ever. We're all very aware, and as well when you get off the cruise ship. So make sure to bring hand sanitizer with you or hand sanitizing wipes. This may be a little less accessible when you do get off the cruise ship. Number 2, get enough sleep. Now on a cruise, we all know there's just so much to do that it's easy to be so busy from morning to night, want to do it all. And a lot of people say they end up being exhausted. And of course, when we're really tired, we are more susceptible to getting sick. So you definitely don't want this. So try to get your 6 to 8 hours a night sleep. Whatever you do get at home, try to continue that on the cruise. And if you aren't able to get all of those hours during the night, try to then just take in a nap during the day, maybe a morning nap by the pool or in the shade, or even an afternoon nap. You will really enjoy that, and it will keep you healthier while you cruise. Number 3, eat your fresh fruits and vegetables. Now this is actually probably my favorite tip, because I think that sometimes when we talk about cruise food, we often think about all of the decadent treats that are available on a cruise ship, and of course sometimes some of the fast food options like the pizza and the french fries and things like that. And all of that's definitely available. However, there's also such a wide variety of salads and fresh vegetables and fresh fruit. It's absolutely delicious. And although, of course, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, we do all know that fruits and vegetables are healthy for us, and you could really indulge in these and stay healthier on your cruise. Number 4, watch your sun exposure. Now I say this even as somebody who absolutely loves to be in the sun, but if we get too much sun, there's really a potential that we won't feel well. So of course, wear your sunscreen, and I am not exaggerating when I say that the sun is just stronger when you're on a cruise ship. There's something about being out in the middle of the ocean that will make you sunburn, even if you don't usually get a sunburn. So make sure that you are wearing your sunscreen. And at the same time, if you're going to be on the open deck, maybe consider wearing a hat or a cap. Oftentimes those sun hats are going to fly off, so watch that. Get some shade. If you're going to take a nap, maybe go in one of the shaded areas. And if you're off the cruise ship and you're at a beach, of course, wear your sunscreen, and in that case, consider wearing a sun hat as well. Number 5, stay hydrated. Now this is especially important if you are out in the hot sun, if you are being especially active, if maybe you're drinking a lot of alcohol or more alcohol than you're used to on a regular basis, is to make sure that you do have that water intake. Now something that you can do to make your water even healthier is you can actually just add some lemon slices or some grapefruit slices. That citrus that you do add to your water acts as an electrolyte, and this really does seem to be helpful to replenish you. And it is something that a lot of the staff on a cruise ship do say that they do to be able to feel better and stay hydrated on a cruise. Now you can also bring something to help with that on a cruise. Now I bring Hydrolyte. I know that other people bring other items to replenish their electrolytes. So if you do have a product recommendation that you do bring on a cruise, please let me know down in the comments below. Number 6, keep active on a cruise. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that you need to go to the gym every day or that you need to do super active excursions, but just try to keep walking during your cruise. Try to use the stairs sometimes instead of using an elevator. Keep up minimally with the same activity that you do at home. So don't be super sedentary, because especially when we're indulging more in decadent food, maybe we're drinking more alcohol, we will have a tendency to get a little bit bloated, maybe to even get some indigestion. And we do really need to keep moving to sort of help with this. Now, just a little tip, if you are going on a cruise where you do plan to be a little bit more active, maybe you're going on a Mediterranean cruise, or you're going on a river cruise that includes a lot of walking tours, or maybe you're even going to Alaska and you're going to do some hiking or some different types of activities that are going to require a little bit more physical activity than you usually do at home. Try about 30 days at least before to kind of build up your stamina, even if it's just going for walks around your neighborhood, walking quickly, using a treadmill. Try to do that so that it doesn't kind of come out of nowhere for you on a cruise and it doesn't make those days difficult. Number 7, bring along a first aid kit and medication. Now, in terms of medication, make sure that you bring your over-the-counter medication as well as your prescription medication. And an extra tip is to bring along an additional 2 to even 3 weeks of extra medication. You never know, and just in case, this is something that is now highly suggested to do. As well, you can also print out your list of prescription medications and keep that with you. And you can, even if you like, take a photo of this and keep this saved on your phone. Now, for your cruise first aid kit, you'll want to bring some of the items that you just might need on a cruise. Now, what I always like to bring is some Band-Aids and some antibiotic ointment. I always bring blister Band-Aids in particular. You may want to bring some other items. Now, there are cruise first aid kits that are ready-made, and you can definitely bring that and add to it if you like. I'll actually leave that linked in the description below in case you do want to check that out. And as well, you can think about other things that you need. Now, recently, some people have mentioned to bring along a dental repair kit because, of course, there's no dentist on a cruise ship, even though this doctor. And in case that might be helpful for you, you may want to bring that with you as well. Number 8, prevent and deal with any stomach issues. So some of the stomach issues that can just happen when we are cruising and traveling is, of course, constipation or having an upset stomach. So make sure to bring along some Imodium and some gentle laxatives. And we could get indigestion or just an upset stomach. So as well, you may want to bring along some Pepto-Bismol or some Tums. Now, if you do these things, they will definitely help you to stay healthier on a cruise, but there are 5 really important things to avoid so that you don't get sick. So 1, it's very important, so I will start with this. It is, do not drink the water in the majority of cruise ports. So I would just avoid drinking the water in the cruise ports, period, so you don't even end up with that kind of problem. So bring bottled water off the cruise ship, or bring along maybe a Brita filtered water bottle that you can fill up on the cruise ship. I like to do that, and that you can bring it off the cruise ship. Next up, avoid overindulging on the alcohol and on the food on a cruise ship. Now, I know this is easier said than done. The cruise food is really good. The cruise drinks are really good, but if you eat too much, well, you're definitely going to have, at the very least, you're going to have some indigestion. You're just not going to feel your best. And if you drink too much, well, that could really potentially be a big problem. You will probably not feel well, and at the very least, you're probably going to ruin a night and maybe even a full day or more on a cruise. Number 3, avoid the public washrooms whenever possible. Now, even though cruise ships really are cleaned quite often, if there is a stomach ailment going around on board, this is an area that it is going to spread. So whenever possible, go back to your cabin to go to the bathroom. If you do need to use the public washroom, take a look. Sometimes you'll see that the cabin attendant has really just cleaned it. That is a great time to use the bathroom, but otherwise, I would really try and avoid that if possible. Don't ignore your seasickness symptoms. If you do have even a little bit of seasickness, make sure to take something to prevent it getting worse. So there are natural ways to prevent seasickness. What I'll do is I'll leave a video right after this one if you do want to check that out. And there are also medications that you can bring with you that are going to help you to deal with seasickness before it gets any worse. And this one I think is really important. It is not to forget to bring masks on board. So even if masks are optional, even if you don't plan on wearing any masks, we honestly just are still in a fluid situation with this entire virus, and we just don't know where things are going to go. If there is an outbreak on the cruise ship, you want to be prepared. Bring good quality masks on board just in case. So I'd love to know from you, what are the things that you do to stay healthy on a cruise? Is there anything that you bring with you on a cruise that is particularly helpful, or anything that you absolutely avoid? Please let me know down in the comments below. Now I'm going to leave a video right after this one all about how to prevent and deal with seasickness on a cruise that if you are heading on a cruise soon, you will definitely want to watch. Now I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I would love to have you here within the Life Well Cruise community. Bye for now, and happy cruising.